Okay, so the next round after we cast off is to cast back on the 18 stitches or however many you casted off to make the hole for the heel. There's two ways of doing this. The first way is what I call super simple, and it's a method that was the first method I ever learned when I lived in Germany, and it's simply making a loop around your thumb and pulling that needle through. Okay, so let's start with this new needle here. So there would be one. So you loop around your thumb, pick it up, pull it. And as long as you just don't pull too tight, because you're going to have to get the needle through those stitches when you're knitting. But that is the very simple way to add stitches to your work, whether it's in the middle or at the end, depending on whatever you're making. And so that's the simple way. So again, around the thumb. It's just better to watch. It's hard to explain. You just loop it like that. Super easy. The second method is a little bit more trickier in my opinion, but it also works, and so it's up to you, whichever you like. This one, I loop it around my pinky to kind of create some tension. I take my finger and I put my finger in front of the yarn, and then I pull the yarn around my thumb so that I have a little cross here. And then I'll take my needle, put it up through that cross, and then pick up the yarn from behind, just like I'm knitting, right? And wiggle it a little bit and pull it. And make a slight adjustment. Let's see. There. Let's try that one more time. Around my pinky, kind of create some tension. You're going to need it. Then I make it so that I have a cross right here. Yeah, the problem is getting it close to the needle. That's why this is a little bit more complicated in my opinion, but I know some people do it and they do it just fine. The tricky part is just wiggling it, I think, so that it's closer there. Let's make a couple more and see how if it gets any better. I'm also doing this from behind the camera, so it makes it a little even more trickier. There we go. There's two. Let's try another one. So this method takes a little more patience, but it's doable, and some people like the results better. So again, it's just up to you, whichever you choose. I kind of prefer the simple one because I like things that are simple, but this, you know, may have a better effect depending on what you want to do. And those are the two ways. So whichever way you decide. So you have to just make a little adjustment here. You'll want to do 18 of them. So again, making that hole, coming up through the hole and around the back. Let's just do one more. Kind of weighting it with your, or pulling it with your pinky, have a little tension, kind of making that cross, putting the needle up from underneath it and picking up the yarn from behind, and then wiggling it into place. So you're going to either do 18 this way or 18 the other way.